Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your January 2021 mid-month general reading. We are looking at the last 2 weeks of January, and this reading is for the earth sign of Taurus, our beloved bulls. So that's Taurus sun, moon, rising. If your Venus is in Taurus, or if you're cross-watching for a Taurian, it's all relevant. But of course, it's going to resonate a little differently for everyone because it's a general reading. So watch all of your signs if you know them for additional insight. If you find that this video or any of the readings resonate with you and you would like to reach out for a personal reading or information about that for yourself or as a gift for anyone else, you can click on the description link below, click on the little arrow where you'll see my email address, Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. Feel free to email me directly. I can usually respond within the same day with more information. And I do readings full time, so I'm pretty diligent about scheduling personal readings in as timely a fashion as possible. I do offer a wide variety of readings, and quite popular this time of year, although you can order them any time of the year. But one of the things I offer are 6 and 12-month overviews, which take a look at what's coming ahead in different areas of your life over 6 or 12 months, which a lot of people like to do, particularly as we're transitioning into a new year, as we are right now. So it's something to keep in mind. I hope everyone is safe and well. I hope you had, if not a Merry Christmas and New Year's, at least a soft and peaceful one as well, as we head into a hopefully better year for everyone. Thanks for taking the time to tune in and for hitting that like button and share button and subscribe if you feel so inclined. Okay, Taurus, our beloved, beautiful bulls. Let's see what the last 2 weeks of January have in store for Taurus. Okay, Taurus, we begin with the Chariot, followed by the Ten of Wands. We have the Three of Wands, followed by the Ten of Coins, the Eight of Swords, followed by the Two of Coins, from the bottom of the deck, the overall energy for the last 2 weeks of January Taurus is Judgment, which typically represents a pretty significant crossroads choice. Judgment usually shows up when there's a decision to be made. It's a call to action, and what you choose to do or choose not to do or say or set into motion could potentially be a game changer in this situation. I mean, what does it mean to be judged? It means to be called to account for yourself. You know, in a courtroom, judgment would be the place at which you are expected to answer for what you've done or not done, right? Judgment usually represents a choice, and whatever you choose to do in that moment, in that crossroads energy, could significantly change or shift the path that you're currently on. So it's usually a choice, and a choice that even if the choice itself doesn't seem all that huge, the long-term consequences and ramifications of that choice will be long-lasting, if not permanent. So choose carefully. The interesting thing is that you have another kind of crossroads duality making a choice card, which is the Two of Coins, juggling a couple of different things, trying to make up your mind, do I choose this path, do I choose that path, do I take this option, do I not take this option, do I continue, do I do something different? But with that Two of Coins is the Eight of Swords, which is a card that usually represents being held back by mental limitations of some kind. And I don't mean being held back by mental limitations in terms that you're, mentally handicapped or unable. The Eight of Swords is governed by the element of air, so which is mental energy, cerebral energy, ideologies, belief systems, perceptions, perspectives, because they directly, how we perceive something is what we have chosen to be our reality. And this is a card of feeling trapped by your own fears or your own excuses, fill in the blank. I can't leave this unhappy marriage because I wouldn't have anything else and all of my security is here. I can't leave this job because, I mean, fill in the blank. It's a card of feeling held back and trapped, but what's holding back and trapping you are your own perceptions and whatever it is you're telling yourself that's keeping you trapped in a situation. It's not to say that freeing yourself wouldn't be easy. It might be quite difficult, but you're able to. What's holding you back is your own, whatever you're telling yourself, your own ideologies. It feels like you're stuck at a crossroads. It feels like perhaps you're wanting to attain this Ten of Coins, which is long-term stability and security, maybe financially and materially. It's a card that represents, tens represent cycle endings in the tarot, meaning a cycle coming to an end or coming full circle, coming an achievement where you just kind of sit in that beautiful energy. But sometimes it can represent the end of a very difficult cycle. So the Ten of Coins is long-term security and stability, which is why it used to be referred to as the inheritance card. It speaks of having the long, slow accumulation of something that now when you have it, it makes you feel safe and secure for quite a long time looking down the road. You don't have to worry about next week, next month, 6 months from now. This is like, in terms of money, it's having enough in the bank or having properties that you can sell, having enough that you don't worry about your long term. This is long-term security and stability, either in the financial and material world or in long-term stable relationships as well, knowing that you can rest on that, and it feels like you've made some headway there, because over that Ten of Coins is the Three of Wands, which represents that you've done some of the work, you've planted some of the seeds, and you're starting to see things pay off. But then there's some other kind of choice that's come in. You're at some kind of crossroads and you need to make a decision one way or the other, and perhaps it could affect whether or not you continue on this path towards success or whether you continue in another direction, and it feels like you're stuck, almost paralyzed by this choice on something that you are really ambitious about. We have the Chariot, which is a card of success on a very difficult path. And the only way to win really is not giving up. When you look at the chariot races in Roman times, medieval times, they were pretty brutal. There's only one winner, and you had to go through quite a lot to succeed, including getting injured. It's not about, you might get run over 8 or 9 times, but it's that 10th time you get up and you keep moving forward that you win. It's a card that represents winning simply because you refuse to give up, no matter what happens. Not allowing anything to get in your way. Staying focused on your goals. Very difficult, because with it is the Ten of Wands. This is the end, or coming to the end of a very difficult cycle or burden. Taurus, it feels like, okay, so there's something that you really want, and I think that you've been working and struggling, really struggling towards this thing for quite some time. And the thing is represented by the Ten of Coins. Now, because this is a general reading, what this means specifically is going to vary. For some of you, it might be, having enough money in the bank that you don't have to worry for quite some time. Getting that inheritance so you don't have to worry for quite some time. Getting that long-term stable relationship or marriage so that you don't have to worry about that part of your life, Whatever this long-term stability and security means specifically for you, it's about feeling safe in the long run. And you've been, in some way, shape, or form, been working towards this for quite a long time, hard and struggling. And it feels like you're starting to see some of the results pay off. But then there's some other kind of choice or opportunity which has presented itself, and whether or not you choose to take this offer or opportunity could really make a significant difference. But you can't see the outcome on each path, so you're stuck trying to make this decision, and it's almost as if, like, you're like, look, I've been doing this thing, I've been doing it pretty much on my own, and all this time, and I'm finally starting to see some of my efforts pay off. And maybe there's some other opportunity here to go in a different direction, or maybe even to partner with somebody else or something. And you're like, if I take it, could that really get me where I want to get a lot faster? Maybe I can't do this all on my own. But then you'd have to share, right? Or, I mean, it could even be in the realm of, relationship, where you've been with somebody, or you've been pursuing somebody for quite some time, and or maybe you're just having developing a still fairly early relationship, but feeling pretty good about it, and maybe there's something else that has come in, and now, I mean, I'm not really sure. So let's clarify some of this, because it feels like you're stuck at this decision crossroads sort of energy. But cautionary, I mean, judgment is about choosing carefully, and you may have to choose based on just intuition, but if you get stuck there too long and don't make a decision, that's a decision too, Doesn't mean it's bad. Clarified judgment. The Lovers. Another card that signifies choice. Maybe a choice about a relationship, or a choice that's going to significantly affect a relationship. It sometimes represents making a choice between two people in the romantic sense. The Knight of Cups right after that, a love offer, a romantic offer, an offer of support, encouragement, love. For some of you, this might be being in a long-term relationship or marriage that has really had a lot of struggles. You've worked really hard and you've finally gotten to the place where things are evening out and you're feeling much more positive and optimistic about the future, but then there's some other option or choice that comes in that you're going to have to make a decision on that could significantly affect that primary relationship, and it feels like you're frozen in the headlights there. Let's clarify the Chariot. I mean, it could be a business thing. It could be maybe you've been working really hard on your career or in the business world, or your own business of some kind. You've worked really hard for a long time, maybe even just on your own, and you're finally seeing the results pay off, and maybe somebody wants to join you. Maybe there's an offer of partnership or something of that kind, and you're like, I don't know, because then I'd have to split things, and then there'd be this partnership, and I'm finally starting to see my own efforts pay off. But what if taking this offer could really put me in a better place? Because that's fundamentally the energy I'm getting here, whether this is about business, work, job, relationship. You've worked really hard, you've overcome a lot of challenges, you're now starting to see your efforts paying off, you're now feeling more optimistic and positive about the future and about your long-term stability in the future. But there's another offer or opportunity here, and you feel stuck or you feel trapped. It's like, yeah, it's like deer in the headlight kind of thing. Interesting to see what the feedback about this is. The Three of Wands. So we have the Three of Wands twice here. The Three of Wands is beginning to see some of your efforts paying off, which makes you feel more optimistic and positive about the future. But it feels like you've been working on this a long time, overcoming a lot of challenges on your own, or mostly on your own, and now all of a sudden, or in a relationship, it could be this relationship, and now there's another offer or opportunity coming in, but you're like, I'm already, but there's this could really change things, but you can't see the outcome of either path, so you're like stuck. Stuck by needing to make a choice. Clarify the Two of Coins. a really curious, fascinating reading, Taurus. The Ace of Cups. So that's a choice or one of your choices. A new beginning, a new emotional beginning, new love and romance. The Nine of Swords. A lot of stress, anxiety, worry. This could be an already ongoing third-party situation too. It could be you're caught in a third-party situation and a choice obviously needs to be made. Well, it is a third-party situation no matter how you look at it, meaning that you're already involved in something, you have something else coming in, you have options. 2, if it's emotional, it might be 3, maybe something you're already caught up in. And there's all this stress about having to juggle and feeling trapped because you don't want to say yes to this, you don't want to say no to this, you don't want to say yes to this, you don't want to say no to this, and so you feel kind of stuck and trapped. Oh my goodness. Right, and this is going to be, different things to different people, but the energy fundamentally is the same regardless of which area of your life it's resonating in. So let's pull some advice and guidance cards. Let's pull one advice and guidance card for Taurus. What's the best way to navigate through this the last 2 weeks of January? Because the answer might be yes for some of you and no for some of you in terms of what choice to make, what I'm going to ask for is for Spirit to show us what you need to focus on as the primary thing in making your decision. Four of Pentacles. Traditionally, the Miser card. This represents somebody who's holding on to what they have left, holding on to what makes them feel safe, stable, secure. In this, this man is holding on to his pentacles, his money, his pentacles, because, and he doesn't want to share and he doesn't want to let go because he's afraid he might lose it all. And then he wouldn't feel safe and secure. And long-term stability and security is what it's all about for you. So Spirit is advising you the best way to make your decision or navigate through this situation is to focus on holding on to that which makes you feel safe, stable, and secure. Whether that's money, resources, relationship, or a combination of all of that. Not giving away your security, not making a decision, especially an impulsive, hasty decision, that's going to cause you to lose that which makes you feel secure, whether it's actual dollars and cents or something else or someone else. So focus on your stability and your security in navigating through this or making any decisions about this. So Taurus, that is your reading for the last 2 weeks of January. I hope it wasn't at least too confusing. So I hope that it was helpful and useful to you. Again, if any of the readings are useful to you, if you are interested in reaching out for a personal reading, maybe you want to take a deeper look at something, click on the description link below. You'll see my address there, email address. Email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to hear from you and to work with you, or as a gift for someone else as well. I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the February general readings. Until then, stay safe and well. Be blessed. Hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.